on about tiny things and what it's from and... Alright, start over. Just wait, here. Hello, my friends! It's Monday. It's Mystery Monday. Yes! This is the start of the stream. This is where we start. I was saying, this is from the Christmas stream when I had all those Christmas crackers. And I was popping all the Christmas crackers and we were singing Christmas carols. And one of them had this tiny magnifying glass in it. But it looks more like a monocle. What I say? I say. It's Monday. That's weird. That's okay. Because I couldn't wait. I had to solve this mystery. Hi, Sarah! It is a Sailor Moon shirt. This is a Sailor Moon shirt from an artist that I've known for years. I followed them on Tumblr first. It's their name is Elena, but their moniker, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Sister Claire comic. Just a second. I'll post her link in here. Give me a second. Yeah, Yamino is how she's known online. Let's see if I can... Here we go. That's her Twitter. They actually have started streaming on Twitch. They have this awesome V-Girl or whatever. I don't know what those are called. Like the little moving 3D avatar that they created themselves. But yeah, they're an extremely talented artists. They're very fun. And they created this shirt, and I had to order it as soon as I saw it. I was a big fan of theirs. I've actually had it for quite a few years now, but it's very comfy. Oh, what are we doing? Do you guys want to play a game? Let's play a game. Why doesn't this take up the entire screen? And how did I not notice that before? Maybe I can put it to full screen. Full screen. Ah, there we go. Have to work soon! You're on your break. Okay, go ahead and lurk. Go to work and we'll see you after. Hi, Jade. Hi, Rini. Hi, Pasta. Okay, so when we last left off, we were at the lake's edge. Let's kind of go over everything again.
That's
right?
all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
Oh.
To see if anyone's been lying.
I mean, this
That
is a
too.
good way to do
Fitz
it
and I
anyways.
were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower.
Yeah, we don't
So
know what
we
that
went up
sound
there.
is.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So
When
anyway,
it's
Fitz
Flora,
kicked
you
down
will
the
come in
door.
and say you told me
Poppy
so.
and I went
Okay.
in.
Time
Flora
to
was right there,
tangle.
laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope
Penny.
called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up
Yeah,
the
Jade,
fellow
don't spoil
tower.
me.
I told her what
I'm
had
gonna figure
happened.
it out myself.
She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me,
So I punched
so
her
I
in the
punched her in the
face.
face.
I recognized
remember that part.
Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She
Right?
took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower. I
Right.
wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
He's the only one who said that she was made to wait
What
outside.
is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Yeah. Okay.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. Oh, there's something to do here. No, we know that. Blood from the paint pot was used to hide the painted ink dip feather? To hide the
Blood
evidence?
from the paint pot was used to hide the painted ink dip feather. To hide the evidence. Nope.
No?
Blood from the paint pot was used to hide the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife. Almost. Maybe just change.
Oh, yeah. Yes, here we go.
Blood from the paint
yeah,
pot
we knew that.
was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble
Who's
a
your
bloody
favorite
knife.
character so far?
I think you're right.
I love
Yes,
Penny.
I'm disappointed over
She's
me.
so extra.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot
Yes.
and hid that feather after the crime.
Yes.
Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
What if the
Possibly.
bird killed her and
Flora's
Flora's
the
not
only
saying
person who
anything
could've
because
hidden the
it's
feather.
her bird?
Unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time.
Yeah.
It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down.
Yes.
Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope,
Because she was lying
but
down.
he did see Flora
Lying
lying
down.
by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what and more interested in the how.
Fifi,
The angle
yeah.
of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with a painting.
Sorry.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting?
Oops, what happened?
Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Yeah, we figured that out already. She was lying down, and we think she was stabbed from up above. So here's what I want to do, though. This is her path. I want to ask her. There's a bunch of stuff we haven't asked her because she was like the second person we talked to. Also, remember when we were in Penny's room, the wall on this side felt warm? I wonder if we go into her room if we can notice something about that wall. Like, we know that or we're assuming that the pond connects to here, connects to possibly the pond outside, is my theory. But what if there's something here? Although I still don't know how that would really pertain to being up in the tower and... I want to hear his, you know what I want to do? Where is it? Can we rehear his, like, statement? No. Felix red paint pot was found. He asked Freya to borrow the paint, but she said no. He took Freya's red paint pot and swapped the lid to disguise it. He left his own empty red paint pot in Freya's room. He finished painting the model, but did not give it to Flora. Yeah, he went into Fitz's room. You're such a basic... Sarah, can I tell you something? You'll be right back, Rainy. Okay. Maybe the painting killed Freya, so Flora is not saying anything because it's a painting of her. Sarah, you're so hung up on that. Sarah, let me tell you something. When I was younger, I really didn't like my name. My name's Leslie. And it was weird, and nobody had a name like mine, and it was spelt the boys' way, was what everybody told me, because it's I-E instead of E-Y. And the name that I wish that I had, my favorite name in the whole world, was Sarah. I was, like, convinced it was the best name. So, there you go. Sarah was my favorite name. Can't we rehear his account of things? Or do we have to go and talk to him? Alright. I want to talk to Fifi because we haven't asked her about the photo. We haven't asked her about the diary. We haven't asked her about so many of the clues. Like, look, all of these. What should we
A
say?
book. My book.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in it?
Mm-hmm.
Pages.
Pages of?
Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
She doesn't
Why did
necessarily like
Poppy
the sound
leave
of that.
shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Oh, that's the other thing. Remember Poppy said she heard someone else playing the piano sometimes? Yeah, Sarah was my favorite name. That's the truth.
Who is that in the photo?
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
Why will nobody talk about this?
An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But...
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere. I am scared of birds.
Why?
Oh.
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh,
But her mother had a bird.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I
Yes, we
meaningfully
do.
evaluate this object?
Okay,
Next.
fair. I'm just asking you about everything.
It is a flower.
Yes, it is.
It reminds me of something,
Yeah, it looks
but
like
I cannot
Penny.
say what. Now,
Well,
this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Yes.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
Okay.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No.
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away. The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends
On what?
on the structural integrity of your teeth.
Okay.
That blade.
It's a troll
Blade?
for gardening.
It is.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues. What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
Is this yours, Fifi?
I do not
that's the other
recognize
thing.
it.
We don't know what that is.
Besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Yes.
Yes.
This
Ooh.
belongs to Poppy. In
Yeah,
fact,
that's the
she
other
owns
thing.
a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right, but
We gotta ask
why?
Poppy about that,
I do
don't
not
we?
know why.
Let's ask her about
Name.
Poppy.
Poppy Pointer. Age 19. Profession. Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had, of course, originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Name Penelope Pointer. Age 27. Profession ornithologist.
Is she?
Likes birds. Dislikes insects. Notes. Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
Aww. Let's ask her about
Name
Fritz.
Fitzfellow.
Fitz.
Age
I keep calling him
24.
Fritz.
Profession cryptobotanist. Likes soil. Dislikes
Cryptobotanist.
electric lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist?
Yeah.
I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot, and you've got to be just barely 5.
So, what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
I think he probably wasn't carrying the knife. He was probably carrying the trowel.
Name Percival Pointer. Age 57. Profession none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh, yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Ah! Was a bit of a hint, was it? Okay, so we've got everything from her.
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Okay, let's
There's
ask her.
something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Well, let's ask Fifi first. Suspicion!
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10 and...
So, there are secrets written in here?
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
Yeah, if it's unused, open it up. You know, it doesn't look like Fifi's style. It actually looks like Poppy's style, who's in the photo, like the
It's
other
somebody
Poppy.
else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
I think the photo. Let's
That
try it.
kind of makes sense. But
No? Okay. We need a clue for the diary. What else could be a clue?
Let's take a closer look at this.
That's it. That's the diary, but somebody's put a lock on it. This blue book is the same thing as this secret diary, which proves it belongs to Freya.
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Yeah.
Why would I do either of these things?
Good question. Freya. Didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary. Almost.
Oh,
Maybe
oh no,
just
it's
change
not Freya. Fifi didn't want anyone to see.
Fifi
Yes.
didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Yeah.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something,
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Exactly.
Very well. I will open it.
Yay!
However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Ooh, we're gonna unveil some
All right.
secrets.
Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
Okay. It's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. Soul Bearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5, eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. Does that... Okay, what was Soul Bearer? I feel like we already knew. Is that what the beetle is called? Also, it's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. What if she painted that red painting thing and then Hawkshaw showed up? We also haven't asked Fifi about Hawkshaw. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Oh, it doesn't really do anything though. Like I can't click on anything, it just magnifies it. Cool. Okay. Wait, you wanted me to look at that painting, that tape, right? Nah, it doesn't really show anything.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Yeah,
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
I agree.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed
Just a
something.
second. I want to ask her about Hawkshaw. Because we
Name,
didn't.
Hawkshaw. Age, unknown. Profession,
Wow.
private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone.
Pasta, do you have a secret
Dislikes,
diary?
Quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard.
Aw. I had a diary. I had a bunch of different diaries. But I wasn't great at, Oh, we could do this now. Okay, wait. I want to gather a few more things. I want to ask Poppy about this tape. Let's ask her about Fitz, too.
Softly does the flower grow.
Oh, I forgot. She says
all in
poems about
time,
everyone.
And time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
Let's ask her about Penny.
Feathers flashing in the light, from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. On its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
The orchestrator. I want to ask her about this.
Is mine.
Yeah!
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Huh.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly.
Okay.
Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah. I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh. Never seen him use it. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No. Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think?
Really? The small lens?
Oh, he's been to the
Floor
greenhouse?
painting sus, Sarah.
What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that. I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
Real thingy.
Where did you find this?
It was in the attic.
Oh, huh. I forgot we even had an attic.
Did you now?
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
That's what she answered last time. Alright. Well, we know the tape is hers, but she said she gave it to... Oh, I wanted to check in here to see if the wall...
Nice room.
It's a mess. But yeah.
It would be on, like, this side, right?
Nice room.
It's a mess. But yeah.
It's a magnifying
How
glass.
come you don't have...
Why? Because should I start smoking
You
a pipe?
can pull out the pipe.
Blah, blah, blah. No, there doesn't really seem to be anything.
Boxes of stuff. Boxes of stuff.
Fifi's got something.
What is all this?
So he hired Hawkshaw. And Penny's his niece. Why isn't he connected to Poppy as well? And Fitz is connected to Poppy, but not to Penny.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay, there doesn't seem to be any way to get to the warm room. Should we ask him about the trowel, too? I just want to gather as much before I get any suspicions. Let's chat, buddy. Trowel.
this is yours, Fitz?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Wait, those are mine. The
Oh,
earmuffs.
They are
They
his.
went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
That's genius.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, it could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Me 3. Oh, sorry. I thought you said me too.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Yeah, we did that. We've asked him about everybody.
There's something about
Oh.
the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower.
Yeah.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Okay, let's ask him. Suspicion.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
But Pointer
That's
Tower is
not
not where
right.
the murder happened.
I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
Yeah.
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Fifi did see
Fifi
Fitz.
did see Fitz,
But he was
but
holding
he was
something
holding
else.
something else.
Also,
So,
why wouldn't he go to
if
Pointer
it wasn't
Tower?
a knife,
Isn't Penny
what was
his...
it?
Was the ornate trowel.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Oh, to look after the potted flower in Penny's room.
An ornate trowel was used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
What?
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
I mean, it looks like his fiance. What would be a clue?
That's not right. We need a clue that's got some connection to this one.
Potted fruit? Oh, the soil.
Let's take a closer look at these.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil I brought for lunch. Found in Fitz's
The pot
greenhouse.
and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's
Hey,
greenhouse.
LB, how's it going?
Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you,
So
Fitz.
maybe on the tape there was
There's
a secret
no
about
way
Flora.
it's a coincidence.
Okay, wait. I'll read
No
your
way
comments in a
what's
second.
coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to breed.
Why
I wanted the colors to
deny
be
it? She's your-
exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again.
Like, he's
when
her
she's not
fiance.
there,
Why is this
water the
a
flower,
suspicious thing to
change
do?
the soil.
Why would he hide it?
Just trying to keep it alive.
Like, all of that makes sense. Did we
a little
figure out
chart
what
of...
this is?
Actually, I have no idea what it's...
We still haven't really figured out what this is, have we? Okay. I still think this might have something to do with the family tree we saw. Maybe on the tape there was a secret about Flora. A bad one to the painting of her killed Freya, but Flora is not really terrible. She just wanted to throw it in the water. The you guys tried playing the tapes you got? I don't
What do
know.
you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
How can we play the tapes we've got? Like, the only tape player is cracked. Like this, Alright, let's go see what Hawkshaw has to say. We clicked everywhere here, right? Okay. Whoa, wait a minute. Do you guys see there behind her shoulder, there's a little plant, and it looks like the plant that was on the... I'm so...
This little microscope thing? You said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense. If, of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry. We already worked out what you're searching for.
The golden beetle.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact you didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse. Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. I know for a fact you didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
It's not a
It's
microscope
not a
at all.
microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
It's a telescope. Fifi said it's a telescope. Is... a telescopic lens. So Hawkshaw lied
The
about it.
handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it.
Yes.
I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective, naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At
Okay.
15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
Yeah.
A memento of my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely
Sign it?
childish indulgence, I admit.
Oops,
I
sorry.
never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Right.
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect
Freya.
is your murder victim.
Yeah. Interesting. She was the last one we interviewed, right? So we didn't ask her about Fritz.
I'll say this, he's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers in secret.
Whoa,
Okay.
scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
Okay. Well, we might as well
People
ask her
here are
about this while we're here.
surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're
What's
speculating.
wrong with financial gain?
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stones straight from the earth? This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I mean, it
I
wasn't.
think
It was
you'd
in
be
a box under the
surprised as
bed.
to what people leave lying around.
A locked box under his bed.
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet.
She's so
Did you see
sassy.
some suspicious leaves?
What is that?
I'm not sure. It looks like it attaches to something else.
Why don't you go back and double check the area you found it? Maybe you'll find the rest of the something else.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, we did.
Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps?
Okay. Alright. It says that we can check this out now. Oh, what is this? That's new.
This wasn't here before.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of...
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
What does it say? This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck, you two. Freya. Okay, these are the symbols. But... a wooden toy of some kind. A layer of dark ink lays beneath this sheet of glass. Okay.
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Do we think?
Well,
It's a perfect match.
well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Freya's not dead.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
Do we think Freya faked her own death?
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Whoa. Unfinished business. That's been this whole episode. The gramophone is functional. Is it? Okay.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Can't be solved yet.
Let's come back later.
So... Okay. Okay. If the gramophone is up here... try it. Aw.
It's piano music.
Plays for a short while before stopping. What does this do? Wait! Simple melodies! Simple melodies like the doorbell. How could this possibly still work? Birds. Can you guys hear this?
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Okay. Humming. Okay, so this is a symbol for humming. Okay. Okay.
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something.
Oh, finally.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Yes, let's go now. Yes, it is one of the symbols on the harp, and the lip one, right?
Yeah,
Let's
I
do
need to
this,
confirm
and then
something
there's
with
some
you,
other
Poppy.
places that I think we can get some
Confirm
simple
away.
tunes from.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to
Yeah.
have music playing while she was painting, you know.
Aw,
And do you know
that's
what
nice.
kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid
Liar.
jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this?
Oh,
Cassette
come
tapes
on.
have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Wrong.
Not my color.
You used to
You
like
used to like
colors.
these colors.
Ridiculous.
It's not
we need a clue to
ridiculous,
compare with the
because
cassette
we
tape.
have the photo.
Something that proves
hello,
Poppy used to
miss.
like these colors.
Coming up. Oh, we have a cat tape. A cat cam. Pause for a second. Droid cam. There she is. Hello, miss. Wait, can't see her yet. Boop. Where's my game? Here we go. There she is. You're just gonna show your butt to the camera, eh? Hydrate, thank you, Sarah. Well, you know what, Sarah? I'm more inclined because if Hawkshaw came to life with that soul thing that the diary's talking about, maybe so did the painting. You could be right. But I still don't think it seems like she was murdered from the attic, because she was already lying down. But what made her lie down? Okay, we need a clue. This is the clue.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Yeah. The tape, the pink cassette tape. Found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this
The
old
pink
photo.
cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
Yeah,
That
we
is
got
not
you.
me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Yes. Prove it. How are we gonna prove it? How are we going to prove it? How are we gonna prove it?
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends.
Yeah.
Why'd you tear it up? And then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy doesn't want to
Poppy
look
doesn't
like.
want to look like that anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
Huh?
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm like. How does the gramophone, the tape? Wait, have we asked Poppy about everything? Yeah, we went through all the evidence. We've gone through all the people. Yeah, okay. Because we still don't know about this broken glass. Okay. So, the other places that we have simple melodies is the doorbell. There it is. Doorbell is this symbol. Excellent. And then we need 2 more. So we know that Poppy will play... I should have done this first. Poppy will play this melody from her mother's... This one, right?
It's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
I'm feeling glad you didn't stay up the other night to finish playing this. Yeah, there's a lot more. Play it again. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She
Sarah,
hadn't asked
I went till
permission,
2 a.m.
just showed up.
Or do you mean
For
1:30 your
2 whole
time?
years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
Oh, Freya played music too?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's
wanna-
literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Why won't it let me look at the crab while she plays it? Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got it. Okay, the piano is this one. So where is the last one? Where is the last one? Where else have we heard music? Where else have we heard music? There's nothing in the oh, the wind chimes. Wind chimes?
What?
Wind chimes, silent. Wooden
Oh.
wind chimes.
They're silent. Oh, the birds. Yeah. We got it, you guys. We got it.
That's all 4 melodies.
So, what do we do with them?
Should
Go to
we
the
go
heart.
back to the garden?
Yes. Go to the heart. Go to the heart. We got this.
Let's try this again.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
I think so too, Grimoire. So that's that one. That's that one. That's that one. And that one.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing.
What? What are
Maybe
we
it's
missing?
broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh. It opened.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Go down. Where does it go? Oh, this was fast. Posture check. Hey, I love you. Thank you for the posture check. Underneath. Ooh, secrets. Oh my gosh, look at all these bugs. I don't even know where to click first. Okay.
Forensic Entomology, Volume 3.
Here's where all the bug books
That's an
are.
incredibly specific area of
Remember
study.
they were all empty from the library?
What's in there?
Look closer. It's not the golden one, right?
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
Is that all it says?
9 beetles.
Poor little guy.
There's a bunch of mostly numbers. It's a little diagram of a beetle with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
Unless it's gold. What is
9
this?
beetles.
Poor little guy.
There's a
They're all
bunch
the
of
same.
mostly numbers. 9 beetles.
Poor little guy.
There's a
Okay.
bunch of mostly numbers.
Okay. Wow, how long has this candle been here?
This place would never pass a fire safety inspection.
A candle, perched on a barrel.
Okay.
Very medieval.
I was thinking pirates.
Medieval pirates. Bugs. Big ones.
Looks like they're made of metal.
Huh?
Hand-drawn entomology charts. A glass tank. It's full of plants.
There's a layer of condensation on the inside.
A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms.
Cracked.
Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside.
Okay.
I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
Chemistry apparatus.
What's this?
Rows of plants, growing in wide wooden boxes.
Okay.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell.
Okay, what are these?
It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
What's this?
Thirsty?
Drawers?
It's so dark, I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Look closer. There's just blank sheets. Oh, can I? Oh, hey, hey, hey! These are all the symbols. Ooh, ooh. Okay, okay, wait. Okay. I gotta write this down, don't I? Or is it gonna let me do this once I click out of it? Okay, so if one is this symbol, which is this symbol, which is 191, which is A. Is that what we're looking at? I am confused. Because there's nothing to enter these symbols on unless we go back to Fifi's chart thing.
Is that a periodic table?
No, but it does kind of look like one.
The symbols
What are
look
those
astrological.
symbols?
They're alchemic symbols,
Oh.
mostly based on the planets, the sun, the moon.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Huh. This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Because it's what's in
Didn't
the
we
greenhouse.
see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
Yes.
Reminds me of the chart from the library.
Yes.
The one from the chalkboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how
Is
does
that
it
a periodic
connect?
table?
No, but it does.
What are those
They're
symbols?
mostly.
Huh.
So what does that mean? Were they trying to create the golden beetle? All right, what's this?
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Look closer. Oh,
Weird looking safe.
okay.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Oh, cool. Okay, okay. So if that goes there, then I pull this out. Oh, it has to go under. That's unfortunate. If that can go there, maybe that can go there. That can go there. This can go here. That doesn't make any sense. That can't be right. Okay, okay, okay. No, that doesn't make sense either. What does this do? Okay. So we know that has to go here, which means something has to cover that up. But I don't know how. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, wait. So, this is way easier than I thought it was. It's gotta go like that. I need it to go like that, but I can't go like that. So it's gotta go like this. And then that can go like that. That can go like that to there. And there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait, what did I do wrong? Okay, wait. What did I do? Okay, that goes there. Maybe there's two ways this can go? Ooh, ooh, ooh. But how do I get it to... How do I... I have to connect these two, the key to the lock, right? Can things cover it up? I don't think I can. I think it has to be like a straight run, right? Maybe we got something going on here. Wait a minute. No. Okay, if it goes like this, and then down and around. You struggled with this puzzle for so long. Pasta guess what I'm eating. Calzone. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does feel like the trickiest puzzle so far. Like, oh, wait. Ooh, wait. No, that's not gonna fly, is it? Because that doesn't quite line up. Okay. See, that's not... Like, to me, it's gotta do that, but then... Okay. This one has to go here. because there's nothing else that connects to it. So then the next one... What if it goes in like a little... circle? No, because then that covers that up, so that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so if it goes straight, then goes to here. This still doesn't. It can't go straight because this. It must be able to go in behind, right? Like that's gotta be somewhat of what it can do, but then this has to connect somewhere. And it can't even go straight up because this can't go out that far. So it either has to go like that, and then curve up, and then but if I do like my question is that blocks that right there, so that doesn't make any sense. This is genuinely tricky. Okay, let's say it goes... No, see, because those two can't even connect. Like, this can't go out any further, so it can't be that. The only thing that can go in the middle is this one. Right? And we know that it can go underneath. But I think it actually goes like this. It can't... Okay, what if it goes like that? And then like this? No. What did I do there? This has to stay there. This has to stay there, but then nothing can go over top of it. Can I put them under?
Nothing.
Yeah,
I think
no.
we're trying to make a path between.
I know we're trying to make a path. That is very obvious. Thank you. But here's the question. Can this go under here? Like, will this still connect, or does it have to be a straight-on path? Do you know what I mean? See, I have this going around here to here, to there, but this is where I lose it. Wait a minute. Something's happening here. Here? No, see, this has interrupted this already. Okay, so if it goes down, there's no other way for this to get across except for here. Unless I do that. Oh, but then that disconnects that. So that's no good. No gaps in the path. That's good to know. So that means it actually can't. That means it can't go here. Unless, oh. Okay. 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 Not okay. Okay. Ah, ha, ha! We did it, right? Ha ha!
That's the one.
Oh, that was a tough one.
Hey,
Oh my
not bad.
goodness. I mean, okay, now what?
Anything inside?
What's in it?
More research.
This is the missing page of the beetle. Okay, wait. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet unidentified chemicals. 2. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. This causes a variety of mutation in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutation in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. What does this mean? What? So this is where this page comes from. What? Can't we put the last page in there? The golden beetle, named for its exoskeleton, proposed a mineral has a lifespan of several years. It fends off predators with a loud hiss. What if that sound they heard was the loud hiss? You're a genius! Yeah, when, what's their face? Oh, maybe he's
Whose
figuring.
research is this?
It's Freya's.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
Yes.
It's impressive, but it's incomplete.
No, it's
There's
not.
a section missing.
Yeah, but we have that section. You know that. Why? I guess we gotta go through all this. That's fine. This is what I was trying to do. Oh, look at that. It all goes together.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
Really?
I guess not a lot of people know
I guess
about
he
the
is
secret
the
entrance.
entomologist.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who is he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Oh my god, what if the bird ate the beetle? Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Pointer
Oh.
has been trying to breed
That
the
worked.
golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive.
Yeah,
I
she's
reckon she
really
knew
smart.
what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
Well, okay. Wait, it goes down further? Okay. What?
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks, and a green hat draped on top for good measure.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty. Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water, but it's indoors.
I see your point.
Earmuffs could have been worn to protect from that. Yeah. Fitz said they're his earmuffs, though, but they were taken.
This room looks old. Like, old.
It makes the rest of the house seem relatively modern.
Chain.
Gives off kind of a dungeon vibe.
What do
Yes.
people actually use chains for?
Nothing good. This room looks old. Like,
Okay,
old.
we
Makes
got
the
that.
rest of the house seem...
What's this?
There's a roll of paper up there.
Get
I'll
it.
see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Unroll it. Study. Study.
Study. Wait.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
No.
How did we miss it?
So how do we get there?
That's the room we're in now. It must be.
Huh?
It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
Uh-huh.
I think it already existed when this was made.
Misted Mansion.
It's
Well,
the
that's
room
what it used
above
to be
us.
called.
The one we were just
The
in.
laboratory?
Yeah,
So this is the Grand Hall.
the Grand Hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
The aquarium.
I think it's that big glass tube.
Yeah. So, see, this was storage. This was where, what's her name's room was?
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
Yeah.
A
This will be
bedroom.
Fitz's.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it?
Yeah. Fitz's room is above that.
A bedroom.
Penny's room, I
Penny's
think.
room. Yeah.
The rooftop garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context.
Yeah, because this was before the towers were built.
It's the aviary. Music room.
The library.
Misted Mansion. North side cross-section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
No, this
Tangle
is before
Tower.
Tangle.
Before the towers?
Yeah.
And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
Yeah. Do we think there's anything else?
And that's the lake.
It used to be a
Same
lot
thing.
lower down.
So, the whole house is built on top of some kind of platform.
Uh-huh.
Apparently.
Can't really click anywhere else. I think of
That's the room. It's not
I
labeled.
think it already existed when this.
yeah. I think we've clicked everything that we can.
This seems pretty significant.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. A roll of parchment on which the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. A horizontal line marks where the lake was before, and a second marks where it is now. Yeah, this is where it is now. The mansion has been built on top of a large structure above the lake, supported by pillars. Freya's room is listed as storage. A room labeled study is in the center. How do we get in the center? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. This is page 2. That's all that means. I get it. All right, what's in this book?
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Really? Mists of the Sea and Sky, a children's picture book. It looks very old. The Ink Dip. The Ink Dip. An dragon that's around the pond. Or the platform, the stone platform. An aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. The Soul Bearer. A crab with 3 different sized claws. And the Amphobe. A frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Soul Bearer, that's what her thing says. Go, the diary. Soul Bearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. So that was to get into the thing. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. Okay. Now, look at
We're
this.
too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal
Yeah,
stabbing
but look at the
thingy.
string on the end. Sleek but sturdy metal rod. It's been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved pointed tip like an arrow in the hand of a clock. Has a small loop at the back with a short length of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished. But look at the red. It connects to the real thingy.
So what's the photo?
What's the photo? It's Flora and Fitz. Or Flora and Felix. It's been framed but is slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Hey, isn't that the guy in the statue at the front of the house? Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object was stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. So this isn't Felix. I think this is Flora's dad. What's his name? Felix included the inked bird in a model he made for Flora. Flora was holding an inked feather when she was being painted. The feather was not found anywhere near the crime scene. The feather is normally kept inside Flora's ceramic egg. Okay. Yeah!
Do you know who it is in the photo?
It's Flora!
This man in the photo, he reminds me of something.
The statue outside
from
the
one
front of the
our
house.
clues.
Yes. From one of our clues. I mean, there's...
That's not right.
The bird book? Because there's bird...
That's not right.
One of our clues. One of our clues. Oh!
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, makes sense when you know who he is.
Her father. Lord Remington.
Lord Remington.
Yes.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father.
Yes.
Meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her.
That's
See the bird,
kind
too.
of obvious.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
Not
I don't
really.
know. I don't think she looks so different.
I agree. Okay. Are we not going to connect the...
A bunch of picture frames. And it's too dark to see the pictures.
It's not too dark. The frames are all empty.
Ah.
It's an empty bookcase.
Something tells me it's been empty for a long time.
How are these candles staying lit?
A single book.
This is
Why?
I think it's a children's
We did
book.
that already. We did that. Okay, do we think there's anything else?
This room looks like
It
old.
makes the rest of the
Yeah.
house seem...
This is some seriously in
That's impressive,
done
but
this.
it's incomplete.
You're really gonna make me do this again? Why?
So, this is.
Definitely seems like he's the
I
one.
guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's, why would he need to lock his research in a safe?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden
So should we
beetle.
go back and
What do you
ask him
think he's
about all
trying to
this
do?
research? Like talk to him again? I don't think there's anything else down
Basements don't normally have windows.
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
here. Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
That's actually a good point. Oh,
Where are we?
where are we?
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with one candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom,
That's a good
not
point.
lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
That's
Empty,
not right.
though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah. Maybe we're too late.
Huh. Or maybe somebody's taken stuff out of the lake.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Me too. Let's go. We got in it. Oh, aw, I thought I was gonna have to like unlock a mystery. Oh no, I am.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
How long were we down there?
This must be it. This thing goes all...
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on. It's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Bullet. This is just gonna open the door, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. We're just gonna find
look
it.
for
It's somewhere
in
the room was
Yeah,
marked on the
okay.
building plans we found.
Yeah, I know. I tried to click on the ladder.
a ladder.
Want to go up?
Yes, I do. The study. This will have all of the final answers. The hidden heart. Continue. Okay, here we go, Molly. Are you ready? I know you're really excited. Ooh, soul bearer.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
3. Look closer.
You sure we should be touching it?
Yeah, touch it.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Yes. Oh, the limbs of the creature can be rotated and the claws can be opened or closed. Oh. Oh. Oh, cool.
I guess that's...
I don't think we need to
What
get.
do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
In the case
This
file.
crab really reminds me.
That little wooden toy we found?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us. I think I've seen it more recently.
Well, in the case file. But, lying on her back with a single stone. Does her body look like the crab? Did she draw it somewhere? Ooh, maybe make it look like the picture book?
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also, crabs...
It sort of had... I didn't see if this was open or closed.
I guess that's
I don't
wrong.
think we need to get.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file. This crab
I
really
gotta look
reminds.
at the
little
Yeah,
thing
but
again.
I think I've
wish
seen
you would
it
let
more
me do it
recently.
while I'm... Okay, it's gotta go up. And this has to go, like, down. Yeah? Both of these are open and this is closed. Let's try it.
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also,
yes.
crab...
So this goes here. This goes here. This kind of goes... Oh, what have I done? Does this move? Oh, yeah. Like that. And this goes here. No, this stays closed. Right?
Perfect.
Yeah! Oh! A murder
What's
weapon!
this?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
They used that arrow on the string, look, and then they wound it back.
What is it?
It's a... Okay, should we look around the rest of the room before we poke on
Some
her?
kind of fish and a bird skull, I guess?
If that's a bird skull, We're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
No, it's a unicorn.
Well,
on
how
a-
about we stop
it's a
talking about it?
unicorn fish. Big hook.
Hooks. Big hooks.
Snake.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Okay.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Oh, the drawing of Hawkshaw. And the painting. A large sheet of paper with lines on a smaller sheet underneath featuring a drawing resembling the silhouette of a cloaked figure. Why did somebody take it? Okay. Ooh. This is where we climbed up, right? More bugs.
Centipede, how many legs has it got?
Too many.
Too many. What's this?
Who are all the people in this
Oh,
photo?
eyes
Not
blacked
sure.
out.
But it looks like someone didn't like them. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Okay, we've got Poppy. Fitz. Fifi. Pointer. And Felix? The ambassadors of Misted Mansion. The photo shows 2 women and 3. Oh, so this is like older. All 5 people have their faces crudely covered in black ink. Interesting. These are like the founders.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
I am also sure of it, but I'm gonna keep
You know, in
clipping
any
until-
normal room, this thing would be my main concern.
Yeah, good question.
In here, though, it barely makes the top 3.
Okay, we've got some
An
weapons
axe
on the
and
wall.
some kind of hunting rifle.
And the
mounted
crossbow
on
is
a-
Honestly,
missing.
doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
Yeah, the
The
empty
third
space.
one?
The one that isn't there.
Yeah.
An incinerator
it's
built
warm.
into the wall.
That's why
It's
Penny's.
still pretty hot.
Is
Room
there
was
anything
warm.
left inside?
It's mostly ashes. But yeah, there's something.
Ooh, what is it? The feather! And some red. More red. And a button, like a red cloak. Several black buttons. Red colored scraps of fabric are still visible.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Uh-huh.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. 5th ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed. No better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works. Perhaps too well. Okay. Someone stole the beetle, stole the earphones, took it into the music room. Poppy said she heard them playing the piano. Freya's the only other one who learned to play the piano. Tested the beetle out. It broke the glass with its little scream. Laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom. Nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in. She was careful. Nothing was moved, but I know. It's time.
Someone's been using this room.
Okay, what's on the ground
Crumpled up
here?
paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank.
Big crack.
Do those look like scratch marks to you? On the glass?
Yeah, they're on the inside.
That's not good.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Yeah, we know. Alright, I feel like we've clicked on everything.
Nice rug.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Yeah, we got that.
There's water coming through the ceiling.
I think we're underneath the rooftop garden.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how we got in. It leads down into the Great Hall.
Doesn't look like there's any other way to get in or out.
A wooden stool.
Okay, let's figure some stuff out. The
I
study.
don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At
Yes.
least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
Freya.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
Yeah, like we know where this goes. We know that this is this. And we know that this is this. Ta-da!
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure.
What if
I still don't know what's really going on.
What if Hawkshaw is not real? What if Hawkshaw is Freya? What if Freya dressed up as Hawkshaw to snoop around? I gotta run errands. I'll have to watch the VOD. I have a good stream. Okay. Thank you so much, ALB. I still think it was the painting. Okay.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized.
Yeah.
Sally, did we meet any of these people here
No.
at Tangle Tower?
No, because they're all the originals.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy,
yeah, because
but her style is way different.
Whatever her name is.
And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I
No.
don't think it is him.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We know where the other parts are. We found them already. This is the real thingy.
I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part
Oh.
of the crossbow.
Okay. What goes on top? This goes on top. This goes underneath. And this goes in it.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep
It's
an
the
open
murder
mind.
weapon.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
We are flying through this. The murder. The murder. Okay.
Time to solve this.
Is it? Okay.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this.
Yes.
It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound.
Uh-huh.
It's the murder weapon. I'm
Okay.
sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene,
Mm-hmm. It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
Up above.
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's
Okay.
add in the rest of the crime scene.
They used the beetle to knock them both out. Right? Which is what cracked the gramophone and all of the paints. Then, as they were lying down, they fired the crossbow from up above and killed Freya.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon.
The
up there.
brain
The
power.
reel was used to pull the
And then
arrow
they pulled it
up
back
through
with the
crack
reel,
in the
yep.
floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they
Which
were
is
in
a
a
weird
hurry
thing
to
to
escape.
do, but okay.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yes.
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her
And
back.
then it was
Nope.
reeled back up.
Doesn't add up.
Why?
It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
She wasn't.
Right.
Unless
Freya was already lying
Freya
on her
was
back.
already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
Because she'd fallen
She'd
unconscious.
fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
The gramophone?
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
No. There was something in the
There was
gramophone.
something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
A beetle.
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
I know, right?
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
With the
No.
gramophone?
I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room?
With the broken
The
glass?
hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone.
Uh-huh.
That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Uh-huh.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too.
Yes.
I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
Okay. We can see the cracked paint glasses.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere.
Yes.
Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape,
Yep.
and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage
Wonder where
while
the
they were
egg
in
didn't
that
crack.
room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration, enough to crack metal, enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off?
Wearing
Wouldn't
the
they have been in range too?
headphones.
Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected,
They protected themselves.
How?
With the headphones. Guys, we are putting this all
These
together.
are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs.
Or, yeah,
I think they'd be
earmuffs,
enough
that's
to
what I meant
block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait.
Yep.
They're listening to music on the gramophone.
Yes.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment?
It had to be
Pointer's
the tape.
research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
Ooh,
6.
I know what triggered the beetle.
Arrow is
The smell
pulled
of
back
blood.
up on the reel.
7. The murderer
From the
leaves the
paint.
attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it. There's something bothering me.
What?
Uh-huh.
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Okay. Let's go. Ooh, it's nighttime now. Free fellow location files. Is there any red on this in the?
can see the stars. The plant. It's in the book.
Yeah.
What?
Look.
Yeah. Yes, we know this. It's right here. See? That's that plant. Okay, what
Plant. It's in the
What?
book. Look.
Yeah, we know. We know it's in the book. So now what am I supposed to do? Should, like... What am I supposed to do with it? Oops, wrong thing. We know all this. I don't understand.
It's dark.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
She never used the yellow. I don't know.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it shows two plants. Can't... But if I... Nothing happens when I click on it. You were so sure, Sarah. I think there's two plants. There it is. What is it? The missing clue.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here.
The other
The
plant.
thing we didn't find. We know
Oh,
she
the
was
plant.
holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room.
Yes.
Where'd it go?
We found it somewhere else.
We found it somewhere else.
In the ashes. Where is it?
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here. It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, and then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it. But she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
We know more about the painting that...
That's not it. Freya prepared all the colors she was
All
going
the
to
colors,
need before she started painting.
Yes. The yellow paint. dripped onto the canvas from the ink dip feather? Was going to be used to paint this sketch of something
The
sitting in
yellow
the window.
paint
Yes.
was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
Something in the window. Something in the window.
That's not it. That's not it.
Something in the window. It'll be like Professor Layton and we'll get a bunch more games. I know. I would absolutely follow these.
That's not it.
I would follow these again. These detectives.
That's not it.
What is it?
That's not it. That's not it.
Something yellow in the window of floors. Oh! It was the other bird. Oh my goodness. How did I not see that?
There
It
she
wasn't
is.
another plant. It was
Our
the
little
yellow
thief.
bird.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did. But she's a very good listener.
What are you doing here?
Well, now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Removes the costume. Who are you?
Penny. Why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Tire hands. What am I? What? Use the rope?
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Oh, ALB is gonna be so sad. I just need to know the truth.
Need to know the truth.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
She's lonely.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Yeah.
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yes.
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose, too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The secret study? The study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
That's
I'd
true.
hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly
real
hot.
Yeah.
For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
Yeah.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
Okay.
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Yeah.
Misted?
Those creatures. Yeah.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
The
It's a collective
creatures.
term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids. Like cryptids. Like Bigfoot or whatever.
Wait, if it happens
a little
overnight, does that mean
egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel.
the ink tip
The
bird
main
turned
difference
into the
being
yellow
mistids
bird?
are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
What did she... Something Penny found in the study that answered her questions. The map?
That's not it.
No. That wasn't in the study. The group photo.
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed.
Yes.
From Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
Yes.
And rightly so. The age of
This is
Misted
fascinating.
Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors, If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose. But they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystids.
People are
Some
flawed.
claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5 completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy.
Okay.
A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask.
Excuse me.
Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
I found something. The golden beetle?
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I theorize that he received it in the post.
Oh.
In the post? From who?
The
Who
letter.
can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day.
Right.
Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had a little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets.
Oh, I can't stop
On
yawning.
the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
It's the 10%?
Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Ooh. The Will of Freya Fellow.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yeah. Yeah. You're the one who took the photo of the painting.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory.
Yes.
Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Right.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona.
Oh.
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her.
Oh.
We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance.
Huh.
That was her plan anyway, but something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
She murdered them
Freya
all?
had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why
If they ended it
hide
on a
the
cliffhanger,
attic?
that would be
And why
brutal.
bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora.
Oh.
She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them,
Huh.
initially. Worked on you, too.
I got really quiet? Like the whole
So why are you
string
still
did?
here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
What? They paid the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did they cover their ears? Oh, no. Oh, no!
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two, all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
Oh,
You
for
were both
heaven's
unconscious.
sakes.
14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What?
What?
Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself.
Aww.
Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Oh. Set it free. Oh, that's the end. Interesting. Huh, so there we go. You know, I knew something was up with Hawkshaw, but I was definitely on the, like, supernatural side of it. Like, I mean, I guess that's the push that they give you at the very beginning where it's like, maybe the painting murdered her. And so the whole time you have this, like, supernatural possibility in the background, especially because there's, like, weird creatures and mystics or mystids. Yeah, that was fascinating. I was so wrong. I still don't quite understand the motive. Oh. Bye-bye. Like, she felt like she didn't belong, so then she went looking for the sort of original thing, like the original founders, but then they wouldn't help her, so she killed them, and then Freya found out that she killed them, basically. Oh, look at the original concepts. Specifics of Freya's character took a while to emerge, but from the earliest point I knew I wanted her to be open-minded and a bit of a hippie. Freya exists in a slightly different space from the other inhabitants. She is very aware of the wider world outside the house. This makes her something of an outsider, even though she is very popular within Tangle Tower. Freya wears a white dress to suggest the purity of her soul. Importantly, it's spattered with color from her paint, suggesting she's not afraid of making a mess and going against convention. In the final design, her dress became more of a tunic with a high-waisted belt and long sleeves. I like to think this makes Freya look a bit like a wizard. A curious, brave little painter. When I made concepts, I didn't want a stereotypical depiction of an artist, but I couldn't resist the paint splotches. I based her initial sketch off of Bohemian art students I used to see when I was studying art. Eventually, we needed her to feel younger, so this effect became more subtle. At one point, I tried to give her a paint blob-like bun, but in the end, this felt too close to Fifi's hairstyle. It was important that all three of younger girls of Tangle Tower felt visually different. We tried out a green bob, and it stuck. I never ended up doing any animation of Freya, but I drew these because she's actually one of my favorite character designs in the game. As I'm sure you'll find out, there's a good deal more to her than just a murder victim. Huh. Ooh, look at this original design. this is fun. I love all of these. I mean, I did my best. I think I really did find... Like, I don't think I missed any clues or anything. Right? I wonder if there's a way to do it faster. I wish I could go back to my, like... No, I got 9 characters and 9 suspicions, 42 clues. Like, I wonder what the max is. I should look that up. I had a lot of fun too, Jade. Thank you so much for recommending this. If anybody knows any other games that are kind of this style, you know, interesting story, interesting characters, a bit of a mystery or something to uncover or a story to play out. I don't know, I like that kind of thing. And obviously if it's recommended by somebody, then it's more likely to, you know, be enjoyable or something that I would like. You know what? This is exactly as long as I thought the sort of stream would go. I just wanted it to be a short little one on a Monday to finish the game. So I think I'm gonna end here. And tomorrow is going to be our art stream where you guys voted on what piece you want me to draw. So you voted on an older piece of mine that was actually a piece of fan art, sort of a fan art of Neptune from Sailor Moon. You gotta head to bed over here. We'll see you around. Okay, Jade, we'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, so tomorrow join me for some art. We're gonna do a redraw. Thursday we'll be doing the same thing, and then Friday is my birthday. We're gonna do a 12-hour stream. We're gonna do a 12-hour charity stream, and I will be posting about that very soon. I'm still working it out with the charity. There's some like behind-the-scenes stuff that's got to get sort of set up and everything before I can, you know, post about it and really start talking about it a lot more. Hopefully I'll have it sort of all set up for the stream tomorrow. That's kind of what my afternoon and evening is going to be about. But will we see if there's anybody around to raid? I would love to see. Let's see here. Since we're hanging out. Oh, Eichmann's streaming.
Put it on the...
Let's raid Eichmann for funsies. Please stick around for the raid. Give me a second. And I'll give you a thing to copy. So if we go... I think it's that, right? You can copy that if you are not subbed. And here's the one for you to copy if you're subbed. That's weird. Streamlabs should be subbed. I don't know why it's not. Or why that's not showing up. But let's give Eichmann some love. He is doing some sketching. I don't know if you guys have noticed in my Discord, but he's been posting a lot of art and sketches, which is always fun. I hope you all take care. I will see you all tomorrow, and have a great rest of your Monday.